Hello and welcome to week 28 of the FrankenScrap Crochet Along, and this week we're making the bar stitch piece. So this is a nice simple stitch and it just uses front post stitches to create these bars going up your pieces. So for this stitch you're going to need to start with a foundation chain of 63.
This is a fairly long piece, so I'm just showing you how the stitch works in this video. So in the third chain from your hook, so the loop on your hook doesn't count, 1, 2, 3, we're going to make a single crochet, and that turning chain that we started with counts as your first stitch. Okay, so that single crochet we just made is our second stitch, and then we're going to single crochet in every stitch across. So row 1 is just plain single crochet. So I'm just doing a small sample of it here just to show you how the stitch works. But once you get to the end of row 1, you should have 62 stitches, including that turning chain at the beginning. Okay, so when you get to the end, you're going to turn and chain 1. That chain 1 does not count as a stitch. In the first stitch, make another single crochet. Now I'm just going to mark that stitch. And then again, we're going to single crochet in every stitch across. So after row 2, you should still have 62 stitches. Okay, so 62 is your stitch count for every single row. Your stitch count does not change in this stitch. So row 3, we get to the interesting part. So I'll just get to the end here, and your last stitch of row 2 will be in that turning chain that we started with, and then turn. So you should now have 2 rows of single crochet. Chain 1, doesn't count as a stitch. Make a single crochet in the first stitch. Just move my stitch marker up, and make a single crochet in the next stitch. So next we're going to make our bar. So the bar is made with a double crochet made around the front post of the stitch 2 rows below. So it's easier here just to count across. 1, 2, and here. So this is my third stitch. Okay, so yarn over, take your hook, go around the post of that single crochet in row 1, pull up a little bit, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and now you have a front post double crochet. So we don't work into that stitch there because that's behind our front post double crochet, then single crochet into the next stitch, and single crochet into the next stitch as well. And next we're going to make another front post double crochet. So 2 along from the last post, work around that stitch, pull up slightly before completing your double crochet. So you can see we've got that unused stitch there because that's what our front post double crochet is in front of, and then we single crochet into the next stitch and the stitch after that. So for this stitch your repeat is a front post double crochet, then 2 single crochet, and then another front post double crochet, and they are always made in around the stitch 2 rows below. So one last time. So I've done my 2 single crochet, and now I need to make another front post double crochet. So 1, 2, here's my third stitch. So this is the row with all the counting. After this we won't need to count so much, it's much easier to keep track. So that's the stitch in front, sorry, behind my front post double crochet. And when you get to the end of the row, you're going to make a single crochet in the last 2 stitches. Okay, so you should have 2 single crochet at the end and 2 single crochet at the start, and between every front post double crochet you will have 2 single crochet. And now we're going to turn and chain 1, single crochet in the first stitch, and then single crochet in every stitch across. So all of your texture, all your detail is going to be on the front of your square, or rectangle in this case I should say. Okay, so remember your stitch count for every single row is going to be 62. Okay, and last single crochet, and we're going to turn. And now we're going to repeat row 3. So your even rows are going to be all single crochet, the odd rows will be front post double crochet rows. Chain 1 and single crochet in the first stitch, and single crochet in the next stitch. We're now going to make a front post double crochet. We're going to make it around the front post double crochet 2 rows below. Okay, so your hook just goes through the gap there, through that hole, around the post, oops, then pull up a slight loop, not much of one, and make your double crochet. So we don't use that stitch there, and move on to the next one and make 2 single crochet, and then we make another front post double crochet through that post 2 rows below, pull up a slight loop and finish as a double crochet. And then before we do our next front post double crochet, we make a single crochet in the next 2 stitches. And then you keep on following that pattern all the way across the row, and then make a single crochet in the last 2 stitches. And that is the bar stitch. You're going to repeat rows, hang on, 4 and 5, okay, all the way up this piece, and you'll be making 29 rows in total. Okay, and so you'll be finishing on a row of front post double crochet. And that is all there is to the bar stitch.
So to complete your bar piece, you're going to be repeating rows 4 and 5 until you have 29 rows in total. Once you've completed row 29, you can cut off and weave in your ends, and then it's time to join this piece to the rest of your FrankenScrap. So to see where this piece fits with all your others and full joining instructions, click the link beneath this video and it will take you to the blog post where you can find all that information. And don't forget, if you have any questions, then come along to the Facebook group and you can get all the answers you need and chat away with your fellow FrankenScrappers. So once you've joined your bar piece, that's week 28 complete. So thank you for joining in, and I shall see you next week for the next piece. Bye for now.